This meeting is being recorded. Welcome, YouTube. Welcome to Jiu-Jitsu class for UCL. Just setting up the timer, everybody. We're going for a good standard 30 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We all know the drill. Get some movements in a second. Right, let's get warmed up first, everybody, and then we'll get started. So find yourself a space. We'll go for some star jumps to begin with. So 20 sergeant, 10 squats, 10 push-ups, and then we'll get into some of our drills later on. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. And squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Line your back stairs. Let's go for our cross chokes. So closing the guard and sit up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Hands on the mat for the triangle chokes. Hands on the floor to lift the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet on the floor for bridges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hip escapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's finish up with some neck exercises, guys. Keep the heads off the ground, from the chin to the chest. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looking left and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ears to shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Second, we'll stand up. Oh, love it. So let's get started with some movement drills at the beginning. We're just going to get your hips moving up a little bit. We'll get warmed up. So let's start off walking the hands out. We're going to go for 5 reps of some frog jumps. So we're going walking out from here, hands on the floor, walking out into a push-up. We're going to push up from here, come back, push the weight back, so we're sitting back onto the toes, then we're jumping our feet to our hands. Up into position, coming back, and reset. Okay, guys, 5 reps. Walk out, push up, lean, jump. 1. Getting the hips engaged, the lower back engaged, and of course, the biceps. 2.
And the hip.
3. Good. Walk out. Push up, push back, jump. 4. Last one. Push up, push back, and 5. Nice. Now, if we stay in that position, guys, we're just going to stretch out the lower back just a little bit. So we're going to start off leaning back from here. Hands are going to go forward. We're going to roll through into your down dog position. So we'll start off from here. My chin's going to glue to my chest and lift my hips up nice and high, straighten the legs. Bring my shoulders over my hands and sitting through into our sprawl. Loosen the hips up from side to side. A little rotation through the hips. Curl the toes back under. Tuck the chin to the chest. Hips up to the ceiling. Roll back. Sit back to the knees and twist. Tuck the chin. Lift the hips. Roll through. Untuck the toes. Rotate the hips. Tuck the toes. Tuck the chin. Hips to ceiling. Good. One more time. Good. Now, from that position, we're just going to practice 8 sit-throughs from here. So we'll have the arms out, hips extended. We're going to take a step forward. 1, replace the leg, sitting through onto the hip, and then jumping back into position. And each time, extending out those arms, get the shoulders nice and loose, get the hips loose while we extend out. So again, 8 reps. Into position, take the step, slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We did 10 instead of 8. My bad. Okay. Now, when we come down to a seated position, guys, we're just going to warm the hips a little bit. So we're going to start off with the feet on the floor, shins parallel to the ceiling. We're going to lean across to one side. Our omoplateral stretch, the 90-90. We're going to bridge up over the top of the shin, engage that hip muscle from here, sit back down, shins parallel to the ceiling, sit to the other side, and engage. 8 reps again. 1, 2. If you're a little less flexible on the hips, place the hands on the floor, take some of the weight out. Otherwise, no hands. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now we're just going to rock back and forward and just open up the hips again. So as we're rocking back, we're going knees to chest, warming up the spine. So we're falling back, knees to chest. As I come forward, tuck the heel, come up, drive the hip forward, reset position. Rolling back, knees to chest, tuck the foot in, come up, drive, opening the hips in opposite directions. 1, 2. This is a great exercise for coming up onto double legs and takedowns from your open guard. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Hips are well and truly opened, and we are ready to train. Now, next we need to organize is our wrists. We're doing a lot of wrist exercises recently. So let's go together to start off with. Fingers clasped together. Again, this is the easiest triangle choke defense. If you're ever stuck in a closed guard, so we try to triangle you. We go here like this, like we're celebrating the tournament. Sam celebrates like this all the time.
Definitely do.
So, like for real, people into my clothes last time. Yeah. If you get to here and somebody tries to set up triangle chokes by separating your hands, let's see, go for it. Then the easiest defense is when I feel my partner grab my wrists, fingers locked together. This is surprisingly A super effective grip. Very hard for your partner to go for the triangle. And even if they do, if I somehow get to here, my hands are already connected together to start my defense and free my head. Okay, so go for the celebration grip and then we're free. We are simply using it as a way of warming up, but always getting techniques out of life. So a little warm up of the wrist, roll them side to side. Get these nice and mobile before we start putting some weight into them and move from there. Nice. Okay, let's go hands on the ground next to the knees, toes tucked under. What we're going to do from here, guys, just lift your knees off the floor. So keep your shoulders over the top of the wrist. Again, depending on how strong your wrists already are, then we just straighten the legs, keeping the knees off the floor. The more we press forward, the more pressure we're going to put into the wrists. We'll go from there. And back down. Let's go for another 10 seconds on this. Ready, guys? And lift the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knees back. We're going to bring the back of the hands onto the floor now. So we're going for a sort of wrist lock idea here. While we've got your fingertips pointing back to your knees, we're just going to lean back. Hold that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then Samantha's favorite exercise next. We're going fists into the ground.
No, fingers.
Fingers first. Fingers knuckles onto the floor. Knuckles, wrists, chest, or face for me. Knuckles, knuckles, fingers. Ooh. All the way down. We're going 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Looks like Abdullah's working out in the darkness. Good. Okay, so let's get moving a little bit, guys. We're going to start off with our wrestling drills again. Just get everybody working a bit of a sweat on before we get into sort of our technical drills. So let's get 30 seconds on the clock and let's get ready to train. Drill numero uno is, of course, floor brushes. Getting the legs warmed up, so step, floor brush. I cannot express how important these are for getting you into good habit of keeping a good stance. So we're starting off with your floor brushes. Oh, did you just pay for it?
No.
We're just getting a new timer up and running. Samantha seems to be signing me up for a paid timer subscription.
No.
Okay, so we're going 30 seconds here with your floor brushes. Then we're going 30 seconds with our sweep singles. So we post the backhand on the floor. We switch. Again, move. Break up the positions. Move on the spot. Down block. Switch. Level change. Down block. Change. Round number 3. Short sprawl. And spin. And again, the idea of your short sprawl, Sam, you come up real quick. A full sprawl is only required if Sam gets to my hips. Okay? When we're talking about defensive posture, I have 3 lines of defense. Step number 1, my head. You see, Sam cannot make a shot on me unless she level changes under my head. So if I keep forehead to forehead, there is no way for my partner to get underneath me in the first place. Which is why Samantha's story from yesterday, where one of her best friends scraped all the skin off of her forehead, is a good drill to practice, even if it does mean that your friends won't train jiu-jitsu afterwards. So, start off forehead to forehead, you see? As long as I maintain this stance, my partner can't shot, see? Now, I don't obviously have to keep my forehead on my partner, but essentially if I'm wrestling here and someone wants to make a shot, I level change, see? As long as I have a lower stance than my partner, it's real hard for them to be able to make a shot. Step number 2, defense number 1, head. 2, hands. 3, hips. So if Sam comes towards me and she gets underneath my head, she starts to make a shot, boom. I pose my hands, I shuffle my legs back, boom. Short sprawl. See this, followed by a snap, bam. Break your partner's back on the spin, then you go through. Okay, that's your short sprawl. That's the mechanics of This, okay? Little short sprawl, snap them down, spin to the back, okay? Final position, obviously your hips. Sam gets underneath my head and my hands. Whoop. She's in on my hips. Now I'm going to start sprawling. See, Sam's in on a deep shot here. She'll probably turn this into a bit of a hip thrust. Move the head to the inside bar. Then start sprawling down. Welcome to Jiu-Jitsu.
Welcome to Bradley's hips.
So, coming to an instructional near you soon, the impossible legs.
Bradley's hips.
Okay, so let's get started with our exercises. Enough talk on techniques. Number 1, floor brushes. Do you have the timer, Sam?
Yes.
Okay, everybody into a good wrestling stance. Show us your wrestling stance. Good, we're protecting the lead leg. We're posting on the second hand. We're taking a step. Brush it. Go. 30 seconds on the clock. We're looking for a good chest, knee, and ankle all in one line. We're level changing down, hovering the back knee off the floor. 10 segundos. That's for our friends over in Spain.
Is that not Portuguese?
Yeah. Time. Good. Okay, 20 seconds rest then, guys. Shake your legs off. We're getting ready for round numero dos. Also for the friends in Spain. Sweep singles.
I'm going to the toilet.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Oh.
10 seconds.
Okay.
7 seconds.
Ready, guys? Let's get set. Sweep singles. Into a nice stance. Break it up with your down blocks and your movement. Go. Not heavy enough. Down block. Level change. Change sides. Down block. Switch.
10 seconds.
Level change. Down block. Switch. Pound fight. Down block. Level change.
Time.
Ooh. Woo. Good work, guys. Round 3. Short sprawl and spin. I would say add an imaginary snap, but really, gravity is not on our side.
5 seconds.
Ready? Rest and stance.
Go.
Go. Short sprawl. Spin.
10 seconds.
Good. Keep breathing. Make some noise if you need to.
Our neighbours are used to it by now. Time.
Oh. Good. Round 4 is our skill acquisition phase. We're practicing Uchimatas. We will always practice Uchimatas. Boom. Because it is one of the best throws to use.
10 seconds.
Step, back step, heel to the ceiling. Point those toes like a ballerina into street fighter stance. Step, step. Boom. Ready, go. Hey.
Good for the glutes too.
Hey.
Single leg extension.
Yeah. Hey, 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 hey,
Added sound effects not required.
hey,
Bonus round only. 10 seconds.
hey, hey.
And time.
Oh, really do it because it makes Sam laugh. Right, final round, everybody. We're practicing defensive postures. We're in our wrestling stance. We're down blocking the initial shot. We're short sprawling, moving the hips away. We're full sprawling, hips on the ground, backwards to the feet. Remember, the first thing of defensive postures is your stance. Mirror the shadow, forehead to forehead. Ready, go. Moving around the room. Good. Good footwork, everybody. Shuffling. Down block. Short sprawl. Full sprawl. Into stance. Down block. Short sprawl. Full sprawl.
10 seconds.
Time. Woo. Okay. Workout complete. Thank you very much. See you next week. Take a water break, guys. Grab yourself a drink. And then we're moving on to some techers. Some practicable techers. Is that a word? Practicable?
Can we not see everyone?
Yeah.
Where is everyone?
Here we are.
Oh, yes.
How's everybody doing? Good warm up? Heart rate's pumping? Nice.
Brad's out of breath.
Like to see some
Everyone else should be.
some thumbs up. Good. Okay, so what time are we on? Some?
It is 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Okay, so we'll get going through some wrestling drills first again. We'll do a little quick recap of our throw bys that we looked at yesterday. Clara, you got to practice this with a real life human being today.
Palitos.
So now hopefully your speed drills will have came in perfect. So we're looking at some throw bys first. So we'll recap. Obviously, we practiced them yesterday. For the people that haven't, then watch and learn. Essentially, all we're going to do is just go one for one, move in a little bit, and practice the different variations. So we have sort of the wristwatch throw by and the over tie throw by. So when my partner's got a heavy collar tie, wristwatch under the tricep, I pendulum step in. So I step next to Sam's foot already. 1, 2, 3 to come by at the same time, using this wristwatch to guide the tricep over and me coming towards my partner's waist. Key things here, guys, is the weight distribution. Easiest thing to do when you get to here is for your partner to be stood up completely and your hands to be around the waist. And you're like, I'm on the back. I've got to maintain posture. So notice when I hit my throw by, I'm dragging Sam's head towards the floor. My second hand is latching onto the waist, and then I can connect my hands together, start working into my finishes. Remember, most likely, what we want to do is hit some knee taps from here. So another pendulum step will allow us to travel in front of the person, heels engaged, toes in on the floor. My knee is blocking the inside of the thigh. A little lean, gets the hands on the floor, ultimately gets the knees on the ground. Now we start tapping the toe and hitting Sam's in the face.
Sit there, mate.
Apologies. So remember that wristwatch turnover comes from the ankle, the single leg first. So when I'm in position, I go to grab my partner's hamstring. She sprawls back. Oh, now I'm in position to start hitting my shots. I'm on the back, waist is locked in, and knee in front of the legs. Just get into a habit of getting here. Okay, guys? Don't be too shallow, you see? I don't want knee on knee. I want my thigh on thigh. Lean, reset. Option number 2 is your over tie. So when Sam has a grip on me, instead of me gripping the head as well, we switch. I get a whole bit of grip on the ear here. Lock in, pull Sam's head into my shoulder, closing the space with my own ear, and then I lock in with the tricep, making sure my hand is turning back towards me. Like I'm about to eat a burger.
No, backwards. Eat a burger backwards.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Have you ever tried a backwards eating burger? That's what you want to try and do. Grip, step in, throw by to the floor. You see? Again, the motion is the hands going towards the ground, head to the ground. That's the idea of what we're doing. Over time, pull, lock in the head, lock in the tricep, pendulum step. 1, 2, throw, up to the waist. Knee to knee. Get a little feel in there, lock in, reset. Okay, guys? So we have 2 options to work on. Obviously, Sebastian, you do not have a living being with you. What you're going to be working on is making the grips, making the step, throwing towards the floor. And again, imagine you're a wizard, you're practicing your powers.
Dragon Ball Z. You're Goku. Oh,
Okay.
that's Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah. So we've got the turn, high, over tie, to the ground.
Bradley, from when you do the sidestep and connect the knees, could you do a lat drop instead of a pull down?
Say that again.
Could you do a lap drop?
So the second one, where you take the back, you go to the side, you trap the knees with your knees. Could you do a lat drop instead of a force down?
As in, like, throw it this way? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Ideally, I'd want the arms trapped. So if I'm going to throw, Sam, then I want this arm trapped. If I'm going with the throw towards my left, if the hands are engaged with the floor, we're more than likely going to be just driving, putting the knees back onto the floor from here, bearing onto the knee, working the positions. But if I do have the arm trapped, then by all means, hit a big throw. Nice, nice points. Okay, guys, let's get drilling.
I think it's the line, the open person just doesn't look so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just begin. Oh, yeah.
Nice throw by there, Alex. Good.
And
Good. Connect the hands together before we start looking at your turn, the tilt. So this is otherwise known as an Asian turn.
sprawl, wristwatch, tricep, throw.
Nice, good. Nice, good. A little bit more weight through the upper body there, Sarah. So get a good grip, a little tilt through the waist, and lean. Lean and tilt, lean and tilt, tilt,
Lean
tilt.
back, lean back.
Yeah, nice. There we go, good. Same with you, Callum. Just get a bit of pressure through that hand. So make your gable grip, close the elbow, lean through the shoulders. See that? This is going to be the dance move of 2020. We're not in nightclubs. We're in homes, working out on the mats. Nice, Sebastian. Good. That's an aggressive throw by. I like it.
Boom, he's going in the sink.
Yeah. Good. Keep switching between the two positions as well, guys. So practice from an over tie as well. See which one you have more success with, which one feels a little bit more comfortable.
So Carlos, use that wristwatch and throw by.
Good.
Nice.
Jamie, throw him into the wall. Good work. Going for a bit of street judo over here.
Boom.
Nice. Nice, Sarah. Good job.
Yes. Those are the dance moves you need, Carlos. You're going to Saturday Night Fever.
Good.
Catch.
Wristwatch underneath. Good. Carlos, we need to work on pushing up instead of down. So you want to use your wristwatch under the tricep to throw up and over.
Launch her with that.
Boom. Boom.
And drag with the other arm.
Wow. Let's go punch that, guys.
Yes, just like that.
Good job. All right, time, guys. Bring it in real quick. So, a addition to the oversized throw by is going to be the foot sweep. So this works very, very well in combination. I'm not going to foot sweep. So obviously the wristwatch turnover comes from the single leg. That's one of the best reactions to get your partner to be able to set up the throw. Now, for the over tie position, what I tend to do from here is I set the grips, and all I'm going to do is use the pendulum step to create a sticky foot. So I'm stepping next to Sam's ankle. what will tend to happen is Sam's going to try to step back from that leg. Now I hit my throw by. Oh, and I'm onto the back. Okay. So again.
I did it again.
So lock into position, connect, close everything in, step, and then we just block in the foot. You see? I'm holding it in place. And I, again, want to make it intentionally sticky. They should sort of almost fall as you're going for the position. Then when they really fight to get the leg free, then we hit the throw by. So, hold tight, lock, step, throw, hands to the floor. And again, when you have this option, because we're working on a forward and backwards motion, we're using the up, up, down, down principle, then we're really working on getting the hands towards the ground, okay? So this would be even more effective than just a simple turn because we first created reaction. Everything in jiu-jitsu is action and reaction. So if I can try to create the opposite effect first, then I'm more likely to get the one that I desire. Good word. Well, sticky foot. Throw. Whoa. Ball on top. Okay, guys, let's try. On those days. Hey.
I thought you were going to show the one you did on the one at Polaris.
No. That's the same option.
Yeah.
It's just the other way around.
Bradley did, I don't know if any of you watched Polaris, so basically just leg tripped the shit out of everybody, excuse my language. Sorry, kids. In a similar move.
Nobody's paying for it.
That's okay, they're training and listening, that's all right. Sticky, yeah.
Good. When they step back,
Sarah.
then throw.
Step back over it, Sarah.
Good, nice.
That's it. Throw.
Now, when we're using the sticky foot concept, imagine you're picking up a pair of socks with your toes. So point your toes and then cup it under your partner's heel. You know, everybody picks up socks with their feet.
I don't, but I do pick up Bradley's socks with my hands. All
One
of the
example, sock, pick up, point, sweep, sock. Man, that could be a good drill. Yeah. Try. You want to try? You did the footwork. Just through it.
You stepped over it?
Yeah, you're going to do the footwork after.
Oh, the knee in front.
Step, well,
Yeah.
step. Well, that's good. That was the footwork I was on about.
Ah. Oh.
I did tell you it didn't work.
It does work. It doesn't work. I mean, you did it the other way, that's fine.
I'm going to be a bit tighter.
No.
You're going to be a bit tighter on that foot sweep. Okay. Now, you know when you want to lean on the leg, your hands down. One. Great.
Break my ACL. Breathe an ACL.
It's not very nice, but it is effective. How are we getting on with that foot sweep option? Oi, that's a good throw by Carlos. This works very effective in the street as well. Somebody gets too close to you when you're trying to social distance in Sainsbury's. Boom. Throw them into the refrigerator.
Face. Mask. Face. What is it?
Face, face.
Mask. Mask. Face. Face.
Face, face, face.
No.
Trace.
No.
Face, face, test and trace.
Hands.
Hands,
face.
Hands, face,
Space.
face.
Face. Who knows? We've
Okay.
been in lockdown for most of the year.
All right, time guys, bring it in. So let's get working some back attacks. So yesterday we were looking at coming into the straight jacket control, trapping an arm and working into a one-handed strangle. What we're going to look at today is connecting up the Kimura grip for the arm lock and then where to work from there. So we've went over our Kimura grips in the last couple of weeks already, but this is one of the other options that we have when we're on this side of your partner. So again, if you remember from yesterday's discussion, if I fall towards the choking arm, I'm limited in my attacks where I'm pretty much just attacking the rear naked choke. When I fall towards the left side, I have a one-handed strangle, I have the arm bar, and I can start setting up triangle chokes as well. So, scoot this way, listen. Okay. So, as we get on this side of your partner, again, the battle at this point is to keep my head below my partner's. So I'm chin to shoulder, ear to ear from here. I'm trying to switch my hooks to the far hip. So I step on top of this thigh, push, and switch my hooks across to get onto the control. Now, what we're going to work on from here is controlling with the Kimura grip. So I've gone 1 and 2. Now, one thing that I really like to use from here is the wrist lock. So we're going to go over that mechanic as well from this point. So white belts, close your eyes for a moment while we go over the dirty wrist lock. So again,
Carlos, keep your eyes open.
yeah. So obviously, this is the same grip that we were using yesterday to start to set up the one-handed strangle, but this works really well. So if your partner's chin's tucked, I make the grip and I'm going to rotate Sam's elbow to the ceiling, put in the back of her hand against her chest. Here. I want to be able to control her palm. So now my right hand, as I extend my legs away, creating space, will come this side of the head, meeting for almost a Kimura grip, but it's going to go palm to palm. Okay? So I grab onto Sam's palm. Now I release the palm grip to grab onto my own wrist. We have a modified figure 4. Now all I've got to do from here is I step over to attack the arm lock. You see? So again, if you notice here, what I'm doing is wrist lock in this direction, fingers back to forearm. You see? So I have the grip on the palm already. I have Sam's elbow glued towards my sternum. I wrap through to control my own wrist. Now it's just simply a matter of pulling back and locking in. And the good thing is with this dirty wrist lock is that even if my partner is super flexible in terms of defending wrist locks, then she cannot connect her hands together to defend the arm bar. You see? So because I control the palm throughout, I have control over the head of the snake. There is at no point any availability for her to defend the second attack, which would be arm lock. So this is the most surefire way to finish in the straight arm bar from the Kimura trap, as opposed to trying to get here, then Sam has her hands connected together, and then we come into the attack, and now I have to deal with a secondary problem of her hands being connected. So you're welcome, everyone. Save you all that hassle. So my head's underneath, we come into controlling the head of the snake. So again, with this control, we are thumb and finger. Okay, so my thumb is in between Sam's thumb and finger. That's hard to say 5 times. Okay, rotate the elbow towards the ceiling, extend, get your forearm in between you and your partner's head. Grab the palm, and then you grab onto your own wrist. Now I circle over the head, so I'm attacking the arm lock, and I'm pinning Sam's elbow into my sternum while I pull to lock in this wrist lock. Again, all I've got to do is the more I twist towards that side, so lean towards Sam's head, the more power comes through the wrist lock. If I just pull back on this line, and I don't quite get it, so we add a little bit of rotation. Okay? This is one that I learned from Steven Seagal, Aikido style. So, in position, head below my partner, step onto the thigh, switch your hooks. We get control, lock, control the head of the snake. Extend, use the forearm to check the head, rotate inwards, palm controlled, and figure 4 applied. Step over the head to create space, lock the elbow into your sternum, rotation applied, wrist locked, finished. Be nice and gentle with your partners. As you can see, Sam's giving it a little bit of a shake. That's also why we did our wrist warm-up this to start off the class. So, let's give it a try. Partner up, guys. Let's wrist lock each other. I'm waiting for this to go away. So. On your wrist. Yeah. You want a seatbelt grip, Abdullah, on the other side. That's it. That's right. Left hand over the top of his neck. Good. Now you need to control his wrist with your right hand. Good. Now you're going to use your left hand to come the other side of Abdurrahman's head to grab onto his hand. Other side, other side. Other side of the head. Good. Nice. Now hold on to his hand with your left. The same one. It's a 2-on-1, Abdullah. That's it. Both hands on the same wrist. Now step over his face with your left leg. Ta-da! You're into an arm lock. Turn your knees towards the side, sit up, and extend the arm.
We need elbow in the chest too.
Yeah, glue that elbow into your sternum, Callum. Nice. Provide a little bit of rotation. Other way, Callum. So bring his hand down. Knuckles should be facing his chest. Other way. That's up. So what we need to do is turn your hand the other way. So look at the grip again. When I have this here, see that grip? Rotate, knuckles to chest, then I go palm to palm for the grip. See? So then I don't need to keep that awkward grip anymore. Then I can even go double-handed, break. See? So work on, when you've got this grip here, rotate up,
Hi.
fingers towards the chest.
like Jamie's going to be on the beach, you know?
Exactly,
Hi.
yeah. Then palm to palm, so cover it like we're best friends, we're holding hands, and then wrist to wrist for the popper, or double popper, 2 hands on the wrist, break. Continue.
Beach time.
Yeah. You're going to give your partner some beach time.
It's 20 past 4.
How are we getting on with this, Clara? Carlos, all good?
I feel like I have a more mobile left wrist and need some action on my right wrist.
Good. Focus on stepping on top of his hip there, Sarah. Nice, good. Remember, we want to be able to use your hooks to extend him away. We're creating some distance in today's lesson. That's better, Callum. Nice. Now a little rotation, Steven Seagal style. Good.
Nice.
Oi, there's the tap.
Squeeze.
Boom.
And on.
Who'd have thought I've been teaching you all in your own homes? The power of technology today. Nice, Sebastian. Shame your partner doesn't seem to have wrists.
I bet he does. Those dummies do.
Only a few days until we're back at 222, brother.
They're not in
Oh,
tier
nice,
three.
nice, good.
Are they not in tier 3?
Yeah, gyms are still open.
So rejoicing.
No.
In tier 3? Gyms are open, but so long.
Problem.
Okay.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Nice, Carlos, good. Now forearm in front of the face.
Yep.
Yeah, good. Palm to palm. Nice.
Palm to palm. Yeah. Keep her elbow on your chest, Carlos.
Good. And remember, guys, if you can't get the wrist lock finish, then we can straighten the arm out for the arm lock too. Gives us a perfect position for the finish.
Nice. Yeah.
You want to glue it right here in the sternum, in between the 2 pectorals.
Cleavage. In between your cleavage.
How you getting on, Abdullah? Good technique? Good. Abdurrahman, show us your arm bar. Other side.
Yep.
Good, good, good. Yeah, that's the arm you want, Abdullah. Abdurrahman, that's right. Abdullah, you're wrong. Okay, good. Trap from the inside, Abdurrahman. So reach all the way through and on in top of his hand. Okay, yeah. Now step over the face. Boom. Make sure both your legs are on the other side of his body, Abdurrahman. We don't want your feet inside of his legs. That way it can put us into half guard. And time. Bring it in, guys.
Oh, this is
Yeah, I know.
change your battery.
10%. Okay, so bring it in. Now, what we're going to start to look at is transitioning from the armbar. Where to go once we've got there. So again, if you get the wrist lock, it's pretty much a guaranteed finish, because if you don't finish the wrist lock, then we have the straight arm lock already applied. But if we have more of a regular, if we have a regular arm bar here with that Kimura grip applied, then we now we're going to start to switch into some different attacks from this Kimura grip. So what we're looking at from this point is when Sam's hands are connected together. So if I'm struggling to get my finish, I can't break Sam's grip. Now, where do I transition to? And of course, I can always just go straight back to the back and work back into our back attack system, finish with a choke. But what I want to show you guys today is start to transition between different submissions. So I'm going to start off going into a leg scissors or a head scissors. So my foot that's across the body is going to rotate to tuck under here onto my partner's shoulder. Now I'm going to fall towards my shoulder, bringing Sam on top. And if you notice, if you look at the camera, my knee is under my partner's neck. I'm going to use this to choke her. Okay, so you want to get underneath the throat. Now I extend my leg underneath, so my legs are connected together under Sam's head. All I have to do from here is just squeeze my knees together. Let's go down. So, armbar applied. We're looking to get your knee under the chin, and we can start to lift the chin up with a little bit like this. Okay. Now, I lean towards the head, so I have the flexibility to get my foot here. Okay? Now I raise again, and I shoot through to connect my legs together, trapping the head. So close the feet. Now all I've got to do is just press my knees together. Like those viral videos of people crushing watermelons in between their knees, and we do the same thing, but with my partner's larynx. So again, the one main thing here is that this won't always get the finish, but it will allow you to transition into our next attack, which is the inverted triangle. Triangulo inverted triangle. Okay, so lock in position, lean to the right. We're going to take our leg off the belly and behind the armpit. Keep the Kimura grip. This is what is saving us and making sure my partner can't power out at any point. So I lock my Kimura grip, and again, I'm focusing on straightening out my arms and pointing Sam's elbow to the ceiling. I fall to my left shoulder, shoot through, connect together. Now I connect together, and a version of the nutcracker on the throat. Give it a try.
A larynx cracker.
Larynx cracker.
Bradley,
Yeah?
my brother went to the toilet, so how do I do it alone?
Just wait.
Okay.
Have you got your teddy bear?
I don't know how to train with it.
Well, you're just training with it the same way. Teddy bear has arms and a neck. Strangle him.
I'll try.
Okay.
The other screen. Where's this one? Gallery view. Yes. Come on, let's twist again.
Nice, Clara. This is a funky submission for you. Right up Clara Street. She likes funky submissions.
Yeah. Like we did last summer. Ooh.
Switch your Kimura grip over there, Callum. So it should be left hand on his wrist. Good. Now you want his elbow pointed up towards the ceiling, pin his hand to the chest. Straighten the arms. Now you're going to take your right leg off his belly. Okay? Right leg comes off, comes under your butt. So tuck it in this way. Nice. Fall to your right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Foot fall down. When Jamie sits up to defend, there we go. Into the larynx buster.
Squeeze.
Boom. Nice work.
This also helps if you have nice thick thighs.
Again, very embarrassing submission to be tapped out to. So one-upmanship on this when you're training with people.
Double points.
I can't find the teddy.
Okay, don't worry. Just wait until Abdurrahman comes back.
Okay.
Keep watching.
locked in there. That's it, Carlos.
Good. Fall to the right shoulder. Nice.
Yeah.
Extend the bottom leg through. And
Beautiful.
good. Keep
Get
it.
on
Oh, yeah,
top.
nice.
Oh.
Close the feet together.
And
And
squeeze.
larynx buster applied.
Squeeze.
Nice.
Yeah, good job.
It's like one of those submissions you see in a Bruce Lee movie. Jumps up, goes straight into the head scissors,
John Wick.
rolls the guy on the floor, boom, chokes him unconscious with the leg scissors. Head
Bradley Wick.
scissors. Bradley Wick.
Sam Wick. Sam Wick.
Nice. Boom. That's a move for you, Carlos.
Yeah.
That's good. Just wait until you train with any other white belt. That bear's not going to know what's coming to him.
I bet the bear can't do this with his short arms. Yeah. I like how he's watching in the background.
Yeah. No, he's turned away, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
not
not
watching
even
Carlos.
going to pay
I
attention.
don't need to compare myself. Nice. Lovely.
Okay, time then, guys. Let's go over a quick bonus technique. We've essentially come to the end of the time, but because I started late, we're going to throw in the inverted triangle. And we're going to try and do it very, very quickly. Yes. So, same position as well. So, okay, so exactly the same mechanics. We're going to start off by entering into the head scissors. Peel, lean, choke. The immediate reaction from here is for Sam to try to lift my calf away from her neck. By doing so, it allows me to step behind her armpit, giving me the inverted triangle. Now I have a choke applied, so if Sam were to connect her hands together to defend the inverted triangle, then I can reach through to grab onto a tricep, extend through further, close, bringing her shoulder and scapula into the choke, and then connect my legs to finish the inverted triangle, which is a very, very tight choke. What I can also do from here is use this as a transitional point to come up on top with a finish of a Kimura. So once I've stepped over, I pin Sam's hand to the floor, and I switch my hips into side control with the Kimura ready to apply from here. So a really effective position. This is one of my A-game techniques. And the moment I get to the Kimura grip, this is the real thing that I'm looking for. So, again, let's go over this. Kimura grip locked on, peel the heel through, shoot through to head scissors. My partner peels my legs up, so I step into the armpit and close up the choke. If the hands are connected together, we reach inside to the tricep, open the legs to close. I want to get my knee flush with the armpit, draw a shoulder into her neck, and close to finish the choke. If she opens her arm, she defends the inverted triangle, which she leaves her hand free to be finished into this Kimura. And again, all I'm doing is just switching, sprawling onto the hip, into a Kesa scarf hold side control to finish the Kimura from there. Okay, guys? So, head scissors, inverted triangle, and Kimura. A lovely dilemma-based game that ultimately leads into one finish or another. Give that a try, guys. Last technique for today. We're going to put the MacBook on charge, and we're going to watch you drill.
No, leave it there. Ready.
We'll just go here.
Why don't you just plug it?
Feel like a right professor. Mm-hmm. Nice, Clara, good. If the hands are separated, pin, switch your hip to your left hip,
Yeah.
sprawl flat, boom. Kimura applied. Nice inverted triangle, Callum, good. You got some good leg length there to get that finish. How did that feel, Callum? Was that good? Nice.
Long tibias.
Long tibias. That's what you need in jiu-jitsu. Can't quite see there, Sarah. Right now I'm looking at your lights, but I think you're doing good. Oh, nice. Good switch. Fall onto your right hip, Sarah. So sprawl your right hip.
Oh, got tap.
Sprawl the right hip. Yeah, good. And stay on top. Right elbow on the ground. Keep the Kimura. Right elbow on the other side of Alex's hip. Other side. Yeah. Lean forward and break.
And snap.
Good. Nice, Jamie. Good. Close that up. Make sure you flex your toes so we really engage the calves. Good. Nice. And try to claim his shoulder, Jamie. So step a little bit deeper. Draw his scapula in. Good. And then close left under right, other way. That's it. Give it a big squeeze. Boom. Nice.
Also long tibias. Maybe it's evolution. Younger people have longer tibias. You missed that, Leopard.
Probably the same age.
I know, so I'm saying you missed out.
Nice, Callum. From the larynx buster to the inverted triangle. Sit. Just step down on the floor here, Callum. Boom. There you go.
Fall onto your left shoulder, Carlos. I think it's on the other side, isn't it?
Nice. Callum, try and draw in his shoulder blade. So you want to step lower down, like you go heel to rib cage, and then pull that in, because that's it. Now close it up. Oi, that's a tight triangle.
Fall on the right shoulder.
Oi, you feel the difference, Jamie? Yeah. That's the difference, boys. We've got to make sure we get the scapula built into the choke.
Squeeze those legs together.
Let's get the last rep in here, guys.
And then Carlos, come up for the Kimura instead if you can't get the triangle.
Good. Don't forget to...
So unlock the triangle here, Carlos. Yeah, that's it. Sit on your left hip.
Nice. Good.
Left hip down. That's it. Left hip down. That's it. Like you want to look at the back of their head. Nice.
Good. Okay. Time, guys. Bring it in real quick. Now, the one thing that we need to understand when trying to finish inverted triangles is the mechanics of a triangle choke. So it works the same way for an arm triangle as it does a leg triangle. You have one thing that puts the pressure on one side of your partner's neck, and then you need to bring the shoulder in the other side. Now, if you just bring the arm across, it doesn't necessarily bring the shoulder in. You have to bring the scapula with it. And that's what really applies the choke when you've got two things on at once, okay? So we need to make sure that when, one of the perfect examples was when Callum was doing it just. He goes for the triangle and was just locking here at the tricep and then wasn't quite getting the tap. When he goes under here and draws the shoulder blade in, that's when you get the submission, okay? And it works exactly the same way with an arm triangle or a Darce choke here. You see, I've got to make sure that not only is the arm across the face, but the shoulder is engaged in with the choke, okay? So arm triangles, leg triangles, reverse triangles, inverted triangles, they all have the same mechanics and concepts that make them work. And then once you understand that, then everything else becomes very easy to apply. So if you become a master of one triangle, you become master of all triangles. And then you just have to learn how to function your hips in accordance to the position. Triangle masters. All right, guys. Any questions from today? Or are we all good? Perfect. Again, it was super effective finish from that wrist lock. So keep giving that a try. Drill that when you get a chance, because that is very, very hard for your partner to escape from. And then it gives you a perfect finish with the arm lock as well, if you don't get the wrist lock at the finish. But the wrist lock is, again, a nice one to get on people because it is a bit dirty. Nice move to use. Yes. Ask a question, Abdullah. Go for it. You have to unmute yourself to ask.
Yeah.
You know, when you're like doing a triangle and you don't have the hand, like you have the hand in, but like you're doing this.
Yeah.
Like you're not putting the leg in here.
Mm-hmm.
When you're squeezing it like this.
Yeah.
Like would you be disqualified in competition?
No, you can use that. That's head scissors.
Oh,
So
I thought it could be like 16 years old or something.
no, you can use that. The same with a no arm triangle, no arm leg triangle. My bad. So
Oh,
you like if you have a no arm inside on the triangle choke, then you make a cross collar grip, and then you close your legs over the top from here, and you can still get the same finish.
oh, okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
As in, from there, then you would close a full triangle rather than trying to extend your legs.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
You have to make a distinction between a triangle choke and a head scissors. A head scissors is just a simple squeeze, and that gives us the triangle choke of the inverted triangle. Makes
Because last time I used it, my brother said it was it's not allowed in jiu-jitsu.
You probably just didn't want to tap to your move. Okay. Everybody happy with that then, guys? So thank you all very much for training today. I hope you all enjoyed the session, and I will see you all next time. So remember, tomorrow we have a solo session, so we'll get a good sweat on tomorrow. And then next week again will be all Zoom lessons. Am I right, Alex?
Yeah, next weekend we have Zoom lessons, but this Monday and next weekend will be the last classes we're doing this term.
Oh yeah, Christmas. Yeah, again.